Hello, Animal Planet. Henry Aponte here, aka Hall of Fame Hank. 47 years old, born in Bridgeport, Connecticut, raised in Chicago, Illinois, and currently living in Ocala, Florida. And I'm here to tell you why I should be on season 2 of America's Top Cooker competition. Well, I guess the first thing is tell you where it all started from. My dad used to take me out when I was a little boy, southern Illinois, into the backwaters and the creeks, and they get in these waters and pull out watercress and then pull out fish by hand long before I had ever even heard of noodling. So that was my first experience with fishing that I can really remember. Really enjoyed that, learned a lot from my dad on how to fish, and he's the one that's given me that love and that passion for fishing. And then of course the next obvious thing is my namesake, Hall of Fame Hank. Well, there's a reason for that. It's because I'm entered in the Hall of Fame in Hayward, Wisconsin, for a bowfin that I caught here in Florida about a year ago. Caught a 43-inch bowfin, fishing at night with a 6-inch shiner. I think it was a little more than 6-inch, but it was a pretty big shiner, and it was just a massive, an awesome battle with this fish. When I finally got him into shore, it was just the largest fish I had ever seen of that kind. So it was an incredible thing for me. Definitely a memory that I will have forever. I've got my awesome certificate. I think because of that, it has rolled the ball for me, and I think I'm in front of you guys right now trying to sell myself because of that huge fish. But he's not the only guy I've caught. I'm definitely an all-around fisherman. I don't think there's much about fishing that I don't know. I've done spear fishing. I've done noodling. I've done hand line fishing. I've done of course rod and reel. I've done deep fishing. I've done shore fishing. I've done just about every kind of fishing you can think. I've fished up in the mountains for trout. I've fished out in Cali for 65-pound stingrays. I've fished in the shores of I've fished in the Keys, in the Florida Keys, and have caught black tip sharks and hammerhead sharks. So I've definitely had my knowledge and my share of fishing from all kind of waters. My competitive nature comes from, apart from where I grew up at, tough life, living out in Chicago streets. You got to run to go to school, because other gangs and how the streets were in Chicago, tough city. So that part of my competitive nature comes from that. But definitely a lot of it comes from, I think, my upbringing. I'm a fierce Puerto Rican who just loves to fish, and if there's a fish in there, I'm getting them. That's just the way I am. I'm that fisherman. I'm that guy that he's that aggressive that if someone tells me about some backwater, some little canal, that there's a big fish and they've seen him there, well, that's the fish I want to go get. I want to get him. I want to get him out that water. I want to look at him. As for you guys, the other competitors, to me, that's my $30,000. I'm the one that's in need. I'm not going to use this money to splurge it and to have fun and to make parties with it, or to buy myself some new equipment for my boat. No, this is going to be used to pay bills in my house and to support my family. I work tough. I work a hard job. And I want to make sure that I'm able to take care of my family and expand my business. And that'll be what I use this money for. So everyone else, you're just in my way. And that's the truth. I'm a beast. I take no prisoners when it comes to competition. I'm going to come. I'm going to bring it. I'm going to bring it hard. So you better be ready for me. You better be ready for Hall of Fame Hank. Because there's a reason people call me that. I compete with everybody. I was fishing recently, just a few days ago. Caught a 43-inch gar and reeled him in, fought that fish all the way in. When I got him into shore, looked at him, and I seen my grandson, how happy he was to see that fish, and I had to let that fish go back out there just so my grandson can reel it in, so he could feel the way I felt, that power. And what ended up happening was the fish went and swam under the dock. It was a cement boat dock. So my quick thinking, I pulled off my pants, and I'm in my underwears, got in that water, went neck deep, kept feeling down the line, and went under that water and pulled that pull that gar out of that water, you know, just like a hand line, and brought him out into the air. He's throwing snips into the air trying to bite me. Finally get him out into shore, and you know, I've created a crowd. People are watching this now. You know, it was just a spectacular thing to see. It was incredible for me that was in the water. And of course, where I'm playing with is the Ocklawaha River, where there's a lot of gators. This is gator heaven. Anyone from Florida will tell you that. Anyone who's ever fished in Central Florida will tell you Ocklawaha River is nothing to play with. That's tough waters. And that's the kind of fisherman I am. That's the places I want to be. And when I've got that competitor, that guy that thinks he's better than me, that's the guy I want to be. The guy that wants to argue, the guy that, you know, that thinks he's done it all and knows it all and really doesn't know anything. Those are the guys I don't like. The bullies that pick on people, don't care for those people. I'm that guy that wants to fish, that wants to dominate the water. You know, I spend my time fishing. I probably spend, out of the week, I probably spend 3 to 4 days fishing. And every time I go out there, it's a competition to me. I want to get out the biggest fish. You know, if my buddy's fishing with me and he gets a big fish, well, I keep fishing until I get one bigger. I'm just that guy. I'm gonna have the biggest fish at the end of the night. You know, I am a beast when it comes to competitive nature. I compete in dog sports with my shepherds. I breed shepherds, and I've competed them in dog sports, Schitzen, Iron Dog. And again, just that fierce competitive nature of mine, it relays through that leash right into those dogs. And my dogs are the same way. I've got Iron Dog ribbons for my first place for hardest hitting for my dogs. So I am a true competitor. I've played a little organized basketball, but not much. Done some tournament fishing. Really haven't won a lot. You know, it tends to be, I've seen a lot of favoritism in that, but, you know, it could be me, you know, it's just not my kind of sport. The rush fishing, I'm that guy that's going to go out there and